Hey viewers, welcome to Chunner Checks It Out. My name's Chunner, and in this video we're going to be watching Touring After the Apocalypse, Episode 7. In the last episode, we found Yoko and Audie who were attacked by rats. They then used the Cerro to escape over the fuel truck, which then exploded, and they got out. Then the Audie program shut down. Yoko's sister contacted Yoko about the Audie program. She needed to get taken in for maintenance in Tsukuba. Are we going to make it to Tsukuba this episode? I'm assuming. Let's see what happens in Tsukuba. Yow yow yow. Let's check it out.
こっちから来て、今柏藤ヶ谷十字路、もしかしてこの近くに？
Are they going to find the maintenance shop?
ゆかー。
Yoka. Is that the maintenance shop?
あったー。
Atta. Oh, that's, well, okay. Another one of Yoko's premonitions. She seems to be able to
何をお願いしたの？
see what happened in the past.
何をお願いしたの？妻でも陽子と一緒にいられますように。
Wait a minute. That's literally what Adi said.
清め完了。ピッカ。
That was Yoko's sister. This is Yoko's sister talking. And she says, I wish that I could be with you forever, Yoko. That's literally what Adi said. Is Yoko's sister's consciousness put into Adi? Interesting. Okay. That was not the maintenance shop.
寺ってなんだっけ？サバの押し寿司？押し寿司って何？サバを押すの？食べたことないから知らない。
You haven't eaten sushi. That's an interesting building.
これは科学の門。
Science
中に
gate.
下げられている鋼の玉は見る方向によって4人の科学者の顔が見えます。
Four different scientists.
東側から見るとエジソン、
Edison,
南側からはニュートン、
Newton,
リンゴ食べたい。
Newton's law,
西側からはアルキメデス、
Archimedes. I believe
北
he's
側からはガリレオ。
Galileo is the telescope, Earth.
面白いね。
Archimedes.
科学の門って？
Archimedes is an artist? I want to say, or a sculptor, I think. Tell me that in the comments below.
人に物を教えることはできない。自ら気づく手助けができるだけだ。それ何？ガリレオの言葉。
You can't teach anybody anything. Only make them realize the answers that are already inside them. Galileo. That's good. That's good.
太陽の塔があるのは大阪府吹田市の万博記念公園。
Look at all those cherry blossoms. That's fantastic.
正式名称国際科学技術博覧会。科学の万博があったから。
Science Gate was built to commemorate the hosting of the Science Expo. Interesting. The visuals on this are just so good. Selfie. I need to go to the maintenance facility to give the Adi program some maintenance.
僕道間違えてたんだ。
That's what Adi said.
こっちだと思い込んでたんだよね。
Yoko's kind of spacey.
でもなんでかな。つくばには約300の研究機関がある。
300 research
博士号取
organizations.
得者が約8000人いて、石を投げれば
8,000
博士に当たる
PhD.
なんて言われていたんだって。
Alright.
で、ここが目
Oh,
的の場
scale
所。
model of the rocket. Here's the research facility.
隣の建物は
NASA,
万
it
博の
said.
頃からあって、
Let's take a look. NASA. Is that NASA? Tsukuba Expo Center. And then it looks like maybe a NASA, but not NASA because you can't say NASA.
最大級のプラネタリウムとかあるみたい。
The world's largest planetarium. That sounds cool. The building next door has existed, and apparently there are science technology exhibits there, as well as the world's largest planetarium. All right, so that's probably some place that you want to go if you're into looking at stars and things like that. Interesting. The payphone under the rocket. All right, we're gonna go do some transformations. What is it? Is this Doctor Who? I've never seen Doctor Who. I haven't seen Doctor Who, but I know Doctor Who goes into the phone booth to do something. There's always some kind of phone booth. I feel like there's something else with a phone booth too. Yeah. Oh, somebody's calling. Oh, okay. This is an AI camera looking down at him from the top of the phone booth, and when it registers movement, then the phone calls, and then it's gonna use AI to descend the phone booth to the laboratory. I don't know. Let's see what happens. It's upside down, Yoko. Voice 99.8% match. Voice activation. Here we go. Yep, it's an elevator. I knew it. Disinfection process. No radiation. Here we are, the maintenance facility. You don't need that radiation coming in. Alright. Welcome to the research facility. ID-06 model. Room A46. Itterashai. Yoko is Y21. Health checkup. Alright. Those look like normal people vitals. Maybe. What are those? That definitely looks like something you would want as a little cuddly thing. Little stuffed animals. She's a robot. She's totally a robot. I'm 99.9% sure that Yoko is a robot. The question is that is Yoko like Ichido, where she has a soul implanted into her new body, her Y21 unit, Yoko unit, and she has kind of like Terminator, automatic healing. She can think for herself. I don't know. Very interesting. Very interesting. Oh, she's going back up. Once they're done with you, it's be on your way. Here we are. Is this a star formation? If it is, I'm not sure what that would be. If you know this constellation, tell me in the comments below. They fixed Ari's glitch. So Ari can see in the dark then.
いいもの見つけた。
That's Suneiketo.
宇宙食でもいいよ。食べよう。
They have ice cream.
いただきま
Astronaut ice cream is always good.
す。おいしい。いける。アイリの何味？いちごアイス。
Yep, there it is. There it is. The strawberry ice cream. The astronaut ice cream. Is that what it said it was? Space ice. I can't read that, but it says space ice here. So space ice cream. You got the strawberry flavor, and then takoyaki. Space bread plain.
いただきま
Itadakimasu.
す。おいしい。いける。
Do we have any real constellations here? I feel like this anime is like that they would give us real constellations. Let's look at some of these. This kind of like a big dipper shape here. There's a few brighter stars. Tell me, are some of these brighter stars actual constellations, or are they just dots on the art screen?
拡張機能のお知らせ。スタンプラリー機能がオフラインでも使えるよう
Oh,
にな
stamp
りま
rally.
した。
Stamp rally. Is that a Japanese thing? Stamp rallies? Stamp rallies, from what I got, was that usually it had to do with shops, similar types of shops, or vendors, and they would all decide to participate in the stamp rally. So at one location, or sometimes at all of the locations, you could get a book, and the book would have locations on each page of the book, would say where you would get that stamp from, and then you would go to each of those locations, which it would say in the book which locations there were, and you will go to those locations, and then they would have a stamp that you can just stamp your book that you got. And so it's kind of a cool way to say that, oh yeah, I've been there, or I went to that vendor. And it's a good way for vendors to promote their businesses and things like that. A lot of times I've seen it for food vendors, where if you go to a location and then you have a bunch of food vendors that have the stamp rally, you can go to those different food vendors, and then sometimes you'd have to buy something worth X amount of dollars. Usually they're fairly cheap, like like a lunch or some kind of drink or something like that. And you can go there and you can buy your coffee or your bubble tea or juice or something like that, or your food, your actual food or some kind of snack. And then when you do that, then they can give you a stamp, and you try and collect all the stamps in the book. I've seen it also done for when I went to Japan. I didn't realize this. I wish I knew this earlier, but they had it for some of the One Piece stores, or I think there was the Shonen Jump stores or the One Piece official stores in each of the different cities. You could get the stamp rally book and say that you've been to that specific store. And I think Tokyo had a few One Piece stores, within the Tokyo area, in different locations in the Tokyo area. And then so each of those locations you could go to and then try and get as many stamps as you can. It's kind of a fun, entertaining thing to do. Let's see if they talk about that here.
お姉ちゃんからのメールだ。でもお姉ちゃんが日記に書いてたんだし、スタンプがあるのはお姉ちゃんが。プラネタリウムも初めてだね。
They're at the planetarium and there's no ceiling, so of course you can see the real stars. You know how it says that a lot of times you have light pollution, so you can't see the stars really well unless you go out to the countryside. And then so now that Tokyo had an apocalypse and it's after the apocalypse, there are probably not much electricity, if any at all. And so you don't have that light pollution. So it's kind of like being in a city, but no light pollution. So you can have a clear view of the stars. You can see better.
シェルターに似てたから一瞬誰かいるかなって思わなかった？うん。
So she's saying here, since it looked like our shelter, didn't you think for a second that someone might be around? So it sounds like there are others at the shelter. Now, whether those are actually people or are they robots like Adi? Are they like Ichido with humans implanted into their robots, or are they actually just only robots? I wonder where Big Sis is. Big Sis is in Adi. That's exactly what satellites do. They don't blink. Satellites, I know this about satellites. Satellites, they don't blink, and they move steadily across the sky. So you can tell if it's a satellite from a shooting star or a regular star. The regular stars are gonna kind of twinkle, and then also the airplanes might have flashing lights or different colored lights, whereas satellites are just one solid light that kind of moves across the sky. Oh, lunar base. All right. Answers to two main questions about the completion of the lunar base. So this is obviously some sort of alternate future, alternate timeline, or it could be just in the future. We did learn about World War II, about Fat Man and Little Boy and the atomic bombs, and they said that they bombed Tokyo. So interesting. Orbital elevator near the equator. Construction of orbital elevator begins. In that episode, we made it to Tsukuba, and in Tsukuba, we found the maintenance facility. Using the phone booth, we went down to the maintenance facility, which was underground. That makes sense if there's some kind of radiation event for the apocalypse. And when we went underground, we got disinfected. We went through some barrier protection programs, and we made it to a clear white room where Ari and Yoko each went into separate rooms for maintenance. I still believe that Adi is obviously a robot, and I'm wondering if Adi is like Ichido, who got their personalities implanted into Adi. I'm also starting to wonder if Yoko's sister actually implanted her personality into Adi. And so I'm wondering if Yoko's sister is in Adi. I'm not sure about that. I'm also wondering if Yoko herself is even a real person, or if she's also like Ichido, where she herself got implanted into, maybe she was in some sort of accident or something, and then she got her soul implanted into a robot, which was maybe the more advanced version of the robot, and that robot can heal and do maintenance and things like that. But also, obviously, Yoko is a little bit more human than Adi, because Adi she can conjure up things from her memory chip, and she knows all these details that she can pull up from memory, from her memory AI banks or something. But I feel like Yoko is having these premonitions during when she goes to sleep, some kind of things that she can see before the apocalypse happened, when people were actually around. So I'm wondering if she's a more advanced style of robot. And then we got the end with the stamp rally. So what we've always been doing is traveling to new places where her sister went. Tell me in the comments below if you like this episode. Do you know things about space that I don't know? And we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.